Tummy time is not unsafe. Tummy time is your child's most important foundational milestone. Yes, there are precautions in tummy time, and these are the reasons why. In 1992, the CDC recommended that all babies sleep on their back because this was a concern for SIDS. They weren't saying don't do tummy time. They were saying that a child's left sleeping alone, especially if they have blankets around, pillows, stuffed animals, that it's a higher risk for SIDS, which is sudden infant death syndrome for children. We don't want our babies to pass away because they've been left alone. That doesn't mean that you don't do tummy time. Tummy time is actually experienced right in the birthing process when you're presented with your baby onto your chest. Now, this gets bypassed a lot because of a couple of reasons. So C-sections, lots of times you have the drapes to here, so the babies are actually brought around the head of the child, the mother, and instead of laying on. Again, this is sort of like in the, what you're doing here. Maybe your child was born premature and they have NICU, they have to go into there for life support, and this is where you get into eventually the joey hold, where again you get that skin to skin contact, but it's tummy time. Tummy time starts right from the beginning. Why? Because, and these are many different reasons why tummy time is important. First of all, we're meant to breathe. Now, most people think if I say hold your breath or breathe in deep, you think breathing is here. Breathing is all around us. When I'm laying on my tummy, then I breathe through my spine, my ribs. If I'm off my side, if I'm catching a ball, I should be able to breathe in all directions. This is one of your first milestones. So in tummy time, your baby is learning to breathe and bring that spine, the rib cage, as well as they're laying on their backs to breathe through their chest cavity. They're opposing gravity for the first time. They've never inhaled or exhaled. There's a force of air that comes out, and there's also an intake of air. And these are things that have to happen in tummy time. Now, another big thing that happens in tummy time is this is the first time you start seeing articulation or movement of the facial bones. This is the only straight line really in our body, is our nasal septum, right? It's hard to see with my little guy here, right? But in tummy time, and I'm going to do it straight on this way, right? They are learning how to go from side to side. So now imagine when you're digging sand and so forth, right? You can't stick your hand in there. You need to scoop. So in tummy time, a true tummy time, you will see where a baby can go and sleep and come up and then again go and sleep, right? This starts moving your facial bones, necessary in speech later on, all those kind of things, and starts aligning a neutrality within the spine and going into here. This is one of the big reasons why I'm not a big advocate of swaddling. But why are we at this place saying, Michelle, but I want to swaddle. My kid's comfortable. I don't want to give my child tummy time. I'm concerned. First of all, you have to evaluate your child. Newborn movement assessment, it's a free course. Anybody can do it. The book's also available on Amazon. It's been around for years. You need to evaluate your child for movement, right? To see if they're ready for their development. They're ready for their milestones, right? No one, till I know of to this day, evaluates a newborn. Now, the newborn movement assessment can be done on a 65-year-old. Probably my biggest mistake was not calling it the movement assessment, the baby assessment, whatever, because people will say literally 3 hours after birth saying, my baby's not a newborn anymore. We all kind of just big babies. You're looking for rotational responses within the system. It's an easy way to score your baby to see, again, if they're ready for development or they're at medium risk for any kind of development issues or at high risk. I get comments all the time. Again, I don't want to see videos of my baby's not rolling over and they're 6 months or older. Rolling over should happen at 2.5 to 3 months. Tummy time should happen right at birth. These kind of things. But to be told that a milestone is unsafe, that's a foundation. Because what's the foundation? Gravity. We deal with gravity from the day we're born to the day we die. That's the only non-optional force that we have. Every other force, including me fixing my hair or lifting it or whatever, these are forces that I can manipulate. I cannot manipulate gravity. Gravity is going to be a constant on my system. So tummy time is one of your first gravitational milestones. You're learning how to deal with gravity, and you're dealing it in a safe environment where I can learn how to breathe and start my basic foundational movements. A child that is avoiding of tummy time is sort of like having a house without a foundation. It is so important for your baby. It is needed. Again, I have a tummy time course. If you need, I have support. I do a few free video reviews on my Facebook, Movement Lesson for Parents and Practitioners. You can get the link, but you can even start, like I said, just a simple little thing like this. Even if I start almost here and I have to go down there, there's ways of bringing tummy time into your system. Of course, with rotational movements, that's what I teach, and to work on your child's development. Tummy time is a milestone. Tummy time is not unsafe. Now, I will have to say this. Should your child just be left in tummy time without supervision? No. This is where they said all children should sleep on their backs. If your child is right next to you on your lap or in your arms, they can experience that in a nice, safe environment. If you have any questions to anything that happens here, again, there's your pediatrician. Don't think twice about using your medical community for any kind of concerns, especially if it's reflux, colic, anything that is preventing your child of milestone manipulations or optimal development. That's where your medical community comes in. I'm your movement coach, and you have to realize that tummy time is necessary for all of us. We all should be able to get in and out of our tummies, even an 85-year-old. So again, it's about movement, and to not give your child a good, solid foundation really is going to put you in a way that you're going to be working on your child's development. Remember, child development is a requirement, right? When you're here asking questions about it, now you have a concern, a worry, and now it's becoming a goal. Right? We shouldn't worry about if our children are ever going to walk or not, or be on their tummies. So when it's now a concern or a goal, that's why you're listening to me and you want to do something about it. I have everything that you need, but please, for more, like and subscribe, ring the bell so you know when I'm live, to help you out with these things. But at the same time too, my Facebook group, Movement Lesson for Parents and Practitioners, it's a private group. I'm on the group. I do free video reviews to help parents with their questions and their development and getting your baby ready for optimal development. And tummy time is number one. Thanks.